Good evening, all. I welcome you to Commerce Classes. Today, I have come with forms of business organization. So, here there are various forms of business organization. Today, in this class, we will discuss only the three important business organizations, and the latter we will discuss in the later classes. So, let's start. If someone is willing or planning to start a business or expand a business, the most important thing is that we have to keep in mind which form of business or which form of business organization we want to start. It's either sole proprietor or it's either partnership, it's company. All these things we have to keep in mind. And also, this type of business depend upon the capital we have in our hand, which we have discussed in the first chapter. So, the first point is, or the first form of business organization is sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship is one of the very popular form of business organization, and it is mainly suitable for small business, especially like initial year of starting a business. Just when we are just starting a business, we can start a sole proprietorship business. So sole proprietorship refers to a form of business organization which is owned, managed and controlled by an individual who bears all the risks and profit by himself. Suppose you are going to start a business of your own and you are not involving any person in that, so it will be a kind of sole proprietorship form of organization. The term sole means only, means one and only, and proprietor refers to the ownership. Hence, sole proprietorship is the one who is the only owner of the business. And this form of business is generally suitable for small shopkeepers, beauty parlors, salon, etc. Moving towards the feature of sole proprietorship, it is very easy to form such a business and very easy to close such a business because no formalities is required here. Suppose you want to start a shop, then you can easily open, and suppose you think that I don't want to run my shop, I want to close my shop, then you can easily close the shop. There is no need of legal formalities. Number B, the risk of failure of business is borne by the sole proprietor himself. So, suppose you have opened a business of your own and there is any risk in the business, you have to bear everything, every losses you have to bear, and also you get all the profit from that. He means the sole proprietor has full control over the business as he runs the business by himself, and also he takes all the decisions relating to the business by himself. Number 4 is there is no separate legal entity because there is no restriction is made, it will be made between the sole trader and his business. Number E, in this type of business, all the functions and control is done by one person only. So, in case of if the person due to some cases, if he becomes imprisonment, or we say if he becomes bankruptcy, then this type of business may come to an end. Moving towards the merits of sole proprietorship, as we have already discussed in the features, so he is the one owner and he can take all the decision by himself. Number 2, as he do not disclose his matter relating to his shop or his business to anyone, so all the informations remains here confidential. Number 3, here he gets all the profit. Number 4, this type of business is easy to form. This type of business is easy to form and easy to close because no legal formality is involved here. And number D is this type of business is personally satisfied because he puts his entire soul for upgrading his business. Suppose you are let's take an example. The Mr. A is starting a business, so here the merit will be he will take all the decision by himself. He will keep all the information confidential, because all the information is related to him. He do not need to discuss any information with another person. All he gets all the profit from the business. Also, if he wants to close the business, he can close the business. There is no kind of formalities, and if he puts his soul in the business, then he gets personal satisfaction. So these are the merits of sole proprietorship. Moving towards the demerits of sole proprietorship is that number one is resources are limited, because he cannot bring a large amount of fund. Number two, this type of business mm, this type of business is owned and controlled by one person. So in case of death of that person, such business may come to close. Number three is, this will be in case of death. So here the spelling in case of that, let me edit it. Demerits 3 is, the main disadvantages is unlimited liability. Suppose, let's take an example. Suppose Mr. A brings all of his sales, all of his land, brings all of his money into the business, but his business do not grow and it become bankrupt. Then what happens? He have to bear all the loss by himself. So here the liability is unlimited. Liability is unlimited. It means that he can bring funds from any resources, because he do not need to ask anyone. But it becomes a disadvantage here, because if by chance he become bankrupt, then from where he's going to means bear the loss. So here the demerits number 4 is, as the single person cannot manage all types of activities, so there may be lack of managerial activity, because one single person may not take all the responsibility of the business. So that was sole proprietorship. Moving towards number 2, joint Hindu family business or Hindu undivided family. Joint Hindu family business is a specific form of business found in only in India, and it is oldest form of business organization. In today's day also we can see joint Hindu family business, which means suppose your grandfather is starting the business, your father will also continue the business, you will also continue the business. All the member of that family becomes the member of that Hindu family business by birth. And here in this type of business, where the business is carried and owned by the member of the family, and also it is governed by the Hindu law. And according to Hindu law, all the person or anyone who becomes or who take birth in that family becomes the member of that family, or becomes the member of that Hindu undivided business. And only one person manage and control the entire family, and that person is called karta. And here the business is started or run from the ancestor's property. Suppose your forefather have started some business, and the business runs with that property itself. So some of the features are, to start this type of business there should be at least 2 persons in the family, and the property should be ancestral property, means your forefathers property. The liability of the all members except the karta is limited, but the liability of the karta is unlimited. Number 3 is, all control is in the hand of karta, because he takes all the decisions by himself. Number 4 is, the business also continues even after the date of the eldest member. Suppose, let's take an example. Suppose the karta of a family business dies, then the other person continues the business. Other eldest person becomes the karta and he continues the business. Minor means whoever person below the age of 18 born in that family also become the member of the business. Now moving towards the merits of Hindu undivided family, one of the merits, sorry, it will be merits. One of the merits of Hindu, spelling error, Hindu undivided family. One of the merits of Hindu undivided family is that the Karta has the absolute power of decision making, and as other members are not involved here, so no conflict arises. Number 2, at the date, sorry, it will be death. The death of Karta will not affect the business because the next person can continue, and the liability of all the co-pensers except the Karta is limited here. So co-pensers means whoever become the member of that family. So here the word Karta is missing. Please add it. Number 4 is, since the business is run by the family members, so there is a great sense of loyalty towards one another. Moving towards the demerits of Hindu undivided family, let me add. Karta is limited and demerits, the joint Hindu The joint Hindu family may face some of the problem of capital because it depends upon the ancestor property. Suppose we think that the ancestor's property is finished or limited, then we cannot continue the business. And number 2 is the burden. There may be burden in matter of the Karta because all the decision he have to take from himself, he has unlimited liabilities. And number 3 is, since the Karta cannot be an expert or may not be an expert in all the areas of the business, or the business may suffer losses, or sometimes he may also take some unwise decision relating to the business, isn't it? If his decision may be sometime problematic, so in this type there may be a problem in the Hindu undivided family. Now moving towards partnership. Partnership is the relationship between person who have agreed to share the profit of the business and carried on by all, and all of them acting for all. Partnership means if 2 or more person come together, makes an agreement, starts or brings capital to the business, share profit among the business, so it will be a partnership. Some of the features are, since one point I am adding here, since there may be some problem in sole proprietorship of business, so partnership is reintroduced. Now features of partnership is, number 1 feature, partnership form of business is governed by the Indian Partnership Act, and it only come into existence after an agreement if they agrees to share the profit and losses among them. Number 2, all the partners bear the risk. Number 3, all the partners share all the responsibility and they discuss the matter and take the decision. Number 4, death of any partner. Suppose if any of the partner in the partnership dies, then the partnership firm generally do not come to an end. And number 5 is, minimum number of partners to start a partnership firm or a partnership business is 2. Merits of partnership. Number 1, partnership firm can easily be formed by putting an agreement. Just by making an agreement, we can form a partnership firm or partnership business. Here, number 2 is, here all the members should contribute capital or bring funds to the business, and so they can make a large businesses compared to that of sole proprietorship. Number 3, all the partners should bear the risks, isn't it? As they will also get the profit, they also have to bear the risks. And number 4 is, as an individual does not need to handle all the activity, yes, so all the burden is reduced here. Suppose all the partners, suppose we are 5 partners running a business farm, all the burden of the farm or all the work is divided among us, so the burden here is reduced. Okay, all of us will equally share the burden. Now demerits of partnership is, here hence there is a restriction on the number of partners, so the capital contribution is usually not sufficient. Actually, in case of private partnership, their members limitation is different, and in case of public partnership, member limitation is different. So here there may be a problem of raising large amount of capital. Number 2 is, as the partnership is run by a number of persons, so there may be a difference of opinion. Maybe, let me edit here, maybe in some issues. Suppose let's take an example, like suppose 5 of the members are involved in a partnership fund. Your opinion may differ from my opinion, so there may be a problem in taking disputes, or there may be in taking decision, or there may be some dispute among us. Number 3 is, suppose the partnership come to an end. Partnership may come to an end in the death or retirement of a partners if other person do not want to continue the business. Suppose 5 among us, suppose one of the partners dies and the other 4 or the other 3 does not want to continue the business, then it will come to an end. And the last one is, partnership fund is not legally required to public report and makes other information relate public. So in partnership firm, we do not need to public all our information or the business report to public, or we do not release all our report, and it becomes confidential, and sometimes it becomes difficult for the public to know about our business. And if some of the public wants to join the business, it becomes difficult because they do not say any of the report, or they do not say any of the progress or any of the deficit about our business. So that is not legally required to public report. They do not need to publish public report and make other related information public. So thank you. This was this much for today. I hope it will help you and you have understood the class, and I hope it will be helpful to you. Thank you.